So I'm here today to talk about the Instagram trends I heard from social media marketing world. These came mostly from Jasmine Star and Sue Zimmerman. As you know, Sue Zimmerman is the goddess of Instagram, but I attended Jasmine Star because I wanted to hear what her take was on Instagram and what you should do on Instagram and Instagram growth and beating the algorithm. And so I'm going to kind of walk through some things she said and some things Sue Zimmerman said in their talk. So Jasmine's was really focused on Instagram just as a whole. And Sue's was really on Instagram stories. I really wish that somebody would have done a tactical Instagram stories seminar. Maybe I'll suggest that to him next year. Kind of like Shannon's story school that I have done in the past. So let's get started. So I'm here to talk about the Instagram trends from social media marketing world 2019. Jasmine Star and Sue Zimmerman were the folks that I went and saw. There were other people there talking about Instagram. I didn't have a chance to see them. I kind of had to spread myself across the board, and so I picked those two to go listen to. So Jasmine Star is the social curator. She does, you can subscribe and get stock photography from her. And she basically said the secret to Instagram is to stop growing your followers and concentrate on who you have. She basically said that she does not have her account turned to personal or to business. So she doesn't even have the swipe up feature. She said the swipe up feature is this feature that we're all achieving for, but really it's not that beneficial. She's not even using it. So that's kind of was a shocker to me. She doesn't have her, and she doesn't, and somebody said, why do you have that? And she just said, I'm worried that if I move my account from business to business, I'll lose some things. And she said that she may someday switch it over, but at this time she doesn't feel like she wants to do that. So she basically said, stop trying to get more followers and focus on who you have. She said her biggest question is, how do I get business from Instagram? And she said, something I've been kind of saying is you need to show up, give value. You need to benefit those that are coming to you and provide content. Build your brand and follow that value benefits content kind of ecosystem, and people will see you as a valuable resource and start sending business to you. I, in fact, have seen that happen with me. Coming here and giving guys advice and answering your questions is something actually I really enjoy doing, and I hope you can see that I enjoy doing that. But the benefit of that to me has been I've gotten business from it. She said, go deep with your customers. And by that, she means, make sure your photo is carefully curated, that your captions matter and fall under that value benefit thing, like it's giving value, it's benefiting your folks. Engagement matters. If somebody comments on your post, respond. If someone sends you DM, respond. I have close to 1,300 followers, and I'll say that, I feel like I'm not worried about my number anymore. And I have been trying to have that mindset, even though I will be completely authentic and honest. I look at that number every day. I really need to just stop looking at it. But she basically said that you need to develop highly relevant content that's beneficial to a small group of people, and they will become evangelists for you. And I've seen that. I got a lead from LinkedIn yesterday because I posted my Tip Tuesdays on LinkedIn from out of area, which I'm really trying to, focus on my backyard, focus regionally, and then, the world's the limit. She said, organic growth happens with trust. So, she basically said we want to be popular more than profitable, and we need to flip the switch on that and be more profitable than popular. Likes don't pay the bills. I'm going to use that quote in one of my Mantra Mondays. And she said, if you're worried about being the same as somebody else, you are the person that makes you different. Sunny Lenarduzzi told me basically the same thing. She basically said, because I'm just like, how do I stand out in this noisy social media thing? And she said, be you. Just be you and you'll stand out. So one of the things Sue Zimmerman said is that conversations are the new currency. And if you read my feed post from 2 days ago talking about Mark Schaefer, conversations, having people talk about you is going to be really the most important thing going forward to get business. Word of mouth is still huge. So I'm going to take a drink of my coffee. It's full, as you can see. So Jasmine Star's tips were start building relationships in the direct messages. When somebody follows you, look at that follower, and if they're your ideal client, just say, hey, thanks for the follow, and just, that's it. Don't say any more. If they say, great, thanks, and I've been doing this for the last week, I just have left it alone. I just have left it there. She said that you want to introduce, when there's a time to introduce yourself, you'll know it. Thank people for comments. Like their stuffs. And this sets a collaboration and a foundation for trust. It's all about your followers. And you're trying to make business off of build business off of Instagram, you really have to come with added value and beneficial content that helps them be relatable. So when it comes to direct messages, just be careful with them. But you may know when the best time to talk. You kind of have to feel it out a little bit. When I started talking about my group coaching, in my stories, people reached out to me in the DMs. I did not reach out to people. I was going to do this whole series, this webinar, to entice people into my group coaching. And then I was like, no, I don't want to do that. That does not seem like me. And so I did stories over a series of days about what it's like to be in my coaching program. I even had a testimonial, and a gal sent me it so I could share it in my stories. And that's where I got my coaching clients. And we really connected in the direct message. So I would say 70% came from Instagram, and the 30% actually came from referrals. So when I was setting up my stuff for my group coaching, the direct messages were super key. People reached out to me. I didn't convert everybody. Not everybody was a good fit. There were some people that wanted to do everything right away, and you can't do everything right away. You have to baby step into it. So that is what I learned from Jasmine Star. You don't want to be popular on Instagram. You want to be profitable. Likes don't pay the bills. And you is what makes you different from everybody else. It's all about your followers. And if you're worried about the algorithm, engage. Every comment back. Every DM, answer back. When you're doing polls, thank them for answering your poll, or thank them for answering your question. I got a great question yesterday asking me about video, which I'm going to address in a Tip Tuesday. So that's what I learned from Jasmine Star and Sue Zimmerman at Social Media World. I will probably not be doing any more recaps about Social Media World. I may pop in, because I'm going to start listening to a session every day of the sessions that I missed. And I may pop in and say, this is what I learned in my Instagram stories. I'm going to start going live on Wednesdays with Wednesday Wisdom regarding my Tip Tuesday. I may come on solo. I may come on with somebody else. But we shall see how that's going to play out.